Jasper here from We're back to a new Simpsons re-reviewing and going back, revisiting, re-reviewing some of my favorite Simpson episodes. And we're this episode is this is from the last or the first season. It was the last episode of the first season of The Simpsons. And yeah, it's rewatching it is definitely still one of my favorites of the first season. And it starts with Homer, Bart, Maggie, Lisa having breakfast and fighting over the last donut, and Homer ends up getting it. And Marge tells the kids about their lunches, which they said that they got money. Which, I don't know if it's just me, or did they just get the money out of Marge's purse? I don't know if it's just me, though. And Marge is waiting for a kiss from Homer because he's late for work. He just takes Marge's coffee cup and drinks the rest of the coffee and just leaves without kissing Marge goodbye. And yeah, Maggie's asleep, so then she hears about this station, which they can talk about her situation, her problems, which, yeah, she's talking about of how these different things with Homer. And yeah, we haven't seen this guy in a while, this doctor in a while. And he's one of the characters that we never saw again in later seasons. And, of course, yeah, he's telling Marge when Homer gets home, you look him right in the eye and tell him that she deserves better, right? She deserves way more love than she gets. And, yeah, everybody's laughing with Homer, at Homer. And, of course, Bart doing the whole classic pranking Moe. And, of course, Moe getting angry. And, yeah, Moe actually giving good advice, saying to take Marge on a night out and check into the fanciest hotel to stay a night. And, like I said, Moe does give some good advice here for Homer. And, yeah, he goes to the flower shop, and Marge is waiting at the door, angry, waiting for Homer, and the kids are wondering where their food is, and Marge just roars at them. And yeah, Homer then comes with a flower and a box of chocolates, saying that he loves Marge, and yeah, she's all happy. And of course, Bart just calling Moe again to do the prank, and yeah, they're calling for a babysitter. And, of course, they're like, oh no, not the Simpsons. And then Homer pretends to say a different name, be somebody different. And, yeah, Marge is getting ready, and Homer's getting ready, and we see the babysitter. And, of course, she's like, you're gonna watch this tape, and you're not gonna want to know what I'm gonna do to you if you don't. And, yeah, he just puts it in. And of course, Bart is like, we've seen this so many times that you could just memorize it. Or just say before they know what happens before it even happens. And yeah, we see Marge and Homer having a good time. And yeah, Bart and Lisa see this criminal showing different criminals. And one of the criminals just so happens to be the babysitter that is in the house with Lisa, Bart, and Maggie. And of course, Lisa is trying to call the station to try to report it. And yeah, she comes down trying to get Bart, and Bart tries to drop a bowling ball but ends up failing miserably. And Lisa's under the table trying to get the number to pick up, and she gets captured too. And Homer and Marge make it into their room. And yeah, the kids get tied up and get taped over their mouth. And Maggie overhears and comes over and helps them get untied. And yeah, Marge and Homer are having some good times for sure. And yeah, the babysitter bandit says Maggie, and they knock her out. And yeah, they report it. And yeah, Homer and Marge didn't hear anything at the house, so they head home and see the babysitter tied up, and of course he drives away. And then we see the news, and they're like, "Did you just unleash one of the most dangerous criminals of all time?" And yeah, Homer, am admitting, does admit that, Lord, I am not, he says, God, I'm just not that bright. Which, yeah, he's not the brightest because he did just release a very dangerous criminal that was holding their kids hostage. But still, they do have some really good children for being able to handle a situation like this, though. But like I said, a really good way to end the first season of The Simpsons. Definitely a solid way to conclude the first season.